Okay, there's that. Moving on. Defend for a specific duration. More survivals. Actually, most of these would be survivals because that's it. Iron Knight, the AI is pretty terrible. We've seen this on multiple occasions, though. Even when not in the story. This is a considerable rush job in a lot of cases, and honestly, I think the story mode is probably the worst mode. Honestly, the rest of the game was fun, however, this is just kind of a drag. Like I keep saying, unfortunately. It's nice, however, it's just too sparse for content. Has it really been 3 years? Holy shit. Okay, so, right, 2 more. Okay, so this is literally sitting in a field. Okay, we at least know where to go in this case to survive this fairly easily. 5 minutes? We don't actually have to move. Our mechanic, the story mode, honestly, if I'm gonna be totally honest here, this game would probably be better without the story mode, since at least the other modes are fun. This is literally just being interrupted over and over again and having to wait for a somewhat interesting, yet... well, it's a visual novel in a PS4 game. Is Carl gonna shoot at me, though? Yeah, this is the point in the movie where that happens, but is Carl actually going to shoot at me? I don't know. But in the case of knowing this map after having played it so often, I know that this spot is literally the safest spot on the entire map. I don't actually have to move. My point is we could have had more than just a visual novel inside a PS4 game. That's my point. It's nice that this got made, however, this is somewhat lazily designed. It's kind of just designed. Yeah, sure, it's probably just designed to just sit here and enjoy it, but then at the end of the day, that's about it, then. Because this isn't really taxing me as a, well, in terms of gameplay or challenging me. Maybe it's because I've already learned everything from World of Tanks, so this is not in any way new to me. But that's about it, really. There's only really one level here. Yeah, it is basically a fan service game. And that, while nice in some areas, is kind of disappointing. And I'm a fan of Girls and Panzer, remember. I'm just not a rabid one. So, while this game actually does have enjoyable points, the story mode is probably, like, the least enjoyable part of the game. I mean, that doesn't make it terrifyingly bad, it's just that the other modes are way more entertaining than this. Angles! Like, from a design standpoint here, I have not moved a single inch, and I'm perfectly capable of completing this. This is getting to the point where the game is playing itself. There's like one small, tiny smidgen of turret that I can actually penetrate, though. See? I might be able to, like, wing-ding the machine gun port, since that's, well, a weak spot on the Pershing. Because a Pershing did get knocked out by being shot at point-blank range through the machine gun port on the turret. And now this is somewhat trying to challenge me a little bit, but it's more or less putting an enemy into an area. So I kind of have to move to get into a spot. But there's barely anything for me to have done here. And at worst, this enemy is a damage sponge to keep the round from actually ending. Because she seems like she does have questionable amounts of health. And what I thought was a weak spot is not actually a weak spot. I think the damage I'm doing to this tank is actually artificially limited. Because I'm doing fuck all. Is that gonna do jack shit, though? Not really. Yeah, I know it's scripted, because this is the outcome of the battle. However, that makes it kind of uninteresting to play. This is like I'm saying, yeah, that seemed like it was the case once upon a band. It literally is playing itself now, which is very poor in terms of design. I mean, yeah, sure, you wanted to make a game about the movie. However, this means your options are very limited. It means your job is somewhat simple in some cases. However, it means that the variety in the game is actually somewhat limited. And as we've seen, the most interesting parts of the game are things that don't actually need to adhere to the movie. They just kind of do their own thing. Like, where they bullshitted up a contest and they let you play as either team to win 5 games to, well, do something silly. That was more interesting than this. They made it an acceptable retell the movie game, I suppose. I wouldn't call it great. Mm-hmm. The story mode is quite literally playing itself. I just have to sit here, listen to Japanese girls talk, and do the token amount of effort required of me in order to complete it. Which is basically just hold the controller and don't get your tank killed. A gub dating sim would probably be more interesting than the story mode, just saying. A 5-minute long Q&A. That would be an you know, honestly, thinking back, that would be an interesting game. Honestly, if you wanted to take it super duper, like, if you wanted to actually seriously consider it, a Girls and Panzer themed game, which is basically the same gameplay as this, I suppose, but better, where you play as a guy trying to gain the attention of the Guru Pawns, and you must prove your worth in tanks in order to get your waifu. I'd play that. That'd be interesting. Also, in this exact situation, you see, they've put the tanks at an angle. So basically, they just kind of move the Pershings out in order to just kind of stand there at the least opportune angle of attack, and they also have massively roided amounts of hit points. I mean, I can destroy them, however, it just takes fucking forever. And yes, they could also do World of Guru Pawns. That is also a thing that they can do. Quite easily. Post-necro... Yeah, all plans have to wait until that campaign gets done. So, really... This game isn't bad, and it's, you know, an enjoyable game. It's just that the story mode is the least entertaining part of the game. We were having fun, but now it's, this is kind of just busy work rather than being an entertaining part of the game. I mean, if you're into Girls and Panzer fan service, I mean, you're gonna have a ball here, but, I did come to play a video game. But now I'm just repeating myself, honestly. At least I'm getting the rhythm down for the speed reload. And then I fuck it up. Whoops. Also, one of them's sitting in the back now. That's strange. One of them hasn't moved. It's probably the lead tank, obviously, but still. Warhammer, that's good, except it would totally have to be Japan, because as we know, Japan is the center of the world. Right? It might be down to range at this point, too. Maybe, hang on here. I seem to remember there being a weak spot on the top of the on the top of the front hull somewhere. But now it seems like just straight up range, I can't damage her. I don't need to, but this is somewhat strange. Oh, there's a weak spot. But even then, look at that pitiful amount of damage. You probably use this mission for farming points. That's about it, though. Intense clicking action. Rhythmic clicking action. Ah, my ass hurts. Jesus Christ. Sitting way too long in one spot. Okay, that's done. Okay, this only has one. Okay, so now we need to drive now. We need to be ready for Soviet sabotage of their own vehicles. Now Carl's gonna start shooting at us. We find a girl who's actually interested in tanks. That's how we make Yukari real. That is an unfortunate truth, Martin. That is an unfortunate truth. It is a strange sort of, unfortunate, side effect of having girls that like things that guys like. Sometimes also taking that to the extreme of also liking girls. Because guys like girls, right? Unfortunate, yet happens more than you think. Not a complete guaranteed assurance, but it happens a lot. I would say I'm content with these. That's the word that I would use. This is kind of what it is. But that's about it. You're a university student and you couldn't pick up on that. They're fucking flowers. They're just flowers. Thank you, Anchovy, the names are irrelevant. Having a catchy name is actually more, memorable, I suppose. Hey man, there are some stupid people in college. This is just becoming inane conversation. Rebid 5 waifus and Japanese tanks. You underestimate us, Warhammer! You will suffer for your insolence. Batch all betting. So to this battle, Orai Girls Academy bid 3 stars of vehicles. Guys, I think after this mission I'm gonna call it a night here, because this is a lot of Japanese girls talking. We're gonna be back to finish this, but this is, I think I'm reaching my limit here. We've been at this for 5 hours. It might be that I'm falling off my caffeine buzz, but yeah, I think I'm reaching my limit here with this. Don't worry, I'll be back to finish the game, but this is, I think we're reaching the end point for tonight. It's almost 9, we've been anime girls for 5 hours. We basically just have to drive across the countryside and we're done. We'll do this. I'll be back! I'll be back to play the rest of the game because why wouldn't I? But yeah, this is, I think we're closing up for the night here. I'd rather play this than World of Tanks though. I really would rather play this than World of Tanks. Explosion! I will dream of anime. That's what I will do. Brumbear. Also, funny enough, we're apparently driving the track in reverse. We're driving the Nuremberg in... No, actually, no, we're just farther back, I think. Oh. Oh, now I gotta avoid Carl's artillery strikes. Oh, no. Very far away, we're being raided by Sky Cancer. You see, again, they could have made this challenging, however, because they have to adhere to the movie, their options are limited, and it is literally just don't fall off the map. I mean, it's not necessarily surprising, but a little bit disappointing. You could have done more, is what I say. And I think Girls and Panzer is making more than enough money to warrant a decent game. We're playing Anime Girls Talisman. Ding! And now we have to avoid being shot. Which, funny enough, this has actually slightly better scripting than the... It just fell off. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say slightly better scripting than the domination mode map, but then the person drove off the cliff. Never mind. You see, everyone else... You see, more than me falls for the damn cliffs. Touge is fucking dangerous. Ow! That skill is useless here. It just gives my allies more act, but I have no allies. Actually, I do have allies. Where are they, though? Yes, 16,000 AI play. 16,000 IQ play. Also, I got blapped. I really hope I don't get shot again. But there's my KV-2. There's the KV-2 lollies. They're not actually gonna kill them, though, but they'll keep them distracted for about 5 seconds. Which is long enough for me to actually get across. I hope. I don't want to get Wow! Wow! Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're done. We're done. We'll come back tomorrow. Actually, not tomorrow. Later. I got a lot of shit to do this week. I was hoping to finish the game today. However, we've reached that time again, folks. I think it's time to call it a night here. I will come back to complete this game if you're interested in watching me play, well, Anime Girls, but yeah, it is the home stretch of the game, but we've got a lot of things to do this week. I've got to prepare for a special event on the 19th. More information about that soon. And also, I got to prepare for Girls Frontline on May 8th, which is 2 days from now. So, I think I'm gonna call it a night and save myself for the battles ahead. So, I have been your wonderful host, Fontaman, and thank you for joining me once again on the stream, watching me play Girls and Panzer. I'll see you all later. Good night.